Well, I'm not just ready to pull this up yet, but we've got some a flooring guy coming out here tomorrow to do some measuring, and he got some carpet samples over here. I'm kind of liking this shag type stuff. Maybe not as thick as that shag. Here's the next bit. It almost kind of has a shag look to it, but it's a cut pile as well. And I kind of like this one here. Mommy kind of likes that too. We're going to check that out tomorrow during the light. You never want to make a carpet sample under light that's not your natural outside light coming in. Okay, but before the guys get here, I'm kind of curious. When I start pulling this up, I'm hoping it's just nailed. I'm hoping it's not glued down. And here's my other thought too on the wood subfloor. I'm not sure if we go with a planking type material. This is vinyl, vinyl, and see, it's not very thick, is it? See that? Look at that. And I don't know if it can, if it's really recommended to go right over a subfloor like this. If you have any upsy daisies and different things, this might feel kind of funky on top of this floor. They probably are going to recommend us using a hardy board, backer board material it's called, and you can get it 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. But see, she got some other samples from another company, and that company's going to come out here tomorrow, and this is vinyl too. And see how thick it is? Look at that. And I'm not sure if it just goes from here to there for the thickness, or if this is the whole thing and then this is the groove and it's actually this thick, or if this is just for the sample board, you know, the back piece to the sample board. Because I'm looking at another piece here. See, this one is full vinyl, and see this one is probably 5/16 to 3/8 thick. This one, if they're doing the whole thing, that's 3/4, probably 5/8, 3/4 thick. This one here is about 3/8 thick. See, this to there. And so I'm curious, because like this one here, Mommy really likes this, and we may end up going with this. And see, it's probably this wide from here all the way to there. See that little V there? That's where the joint is. And so this is just a little piece. And so the planking is probably that wide. And it's about 3/8 of an inch thick. It's a little bit thicker than that other stuff. And they may be able to bridge over this entire floor without us having to put that hardy backer board down. Or, you know, maybe that comes a little bit thicker. I don't know. We'll just have to find out tomorrow. And so before they come, I want to pull some of this up, and that's what this video segment's about. And I'm just going to set you up right here. We're gonna find out together. Mommy wanted to start pulling it up earlier, but she had to go, and I said, no, I want to do it on camera because I usually like you to see what I see for the first time. And so first I've got to get the tack strip up, just this edge right here. And I'm just using a shovel. Get that out of the way. That's all you need. It's a shovel with a sharp point on it. Get that. And now this is the curious part. Here's some joints here, so I'm gonna try to peel it up right here with my shovel. I also got a flat bar, and I'm kind of thinking this shovel's gonna do it hopefully it's not glued down. I'm praying. All right. It's not glued down. Look at that. I'm gonna like taking this floor up. I'm just taking up a couple pieces, and we're gonna look at this floor. I'm sure glad they did not try to glue it to the floor. I've seen some people glue wood planking down. There's certain ones that glue down, or if there's concrete. I've even seen different HG TV shows glue it down to a subfloor, the vinyl planking. And I'm not sure. You know, some are like that, some aren't. And this is just a paper barrier. I don't know why they used black paper. They should have. I would have used plastic and put the whole thing down. But they used this. And another job I saw, somebody did the same thing. But see, that just keeps the moisture out of the floor from coming up underneath this subfloor. There's a crawl space. This is tongue and groove 4x8 sheets, but you still could get some moisture up through there. And you don't want the moisture penetrating your wood planking, because then your wood planking, or if you have fake laminate flooring that's fake wood, you could get, see, this here is a tongue and a groove. So this is tongue and groove. Some planking is just overlapping. Maybe it has a tongue and it just overlaps and the backside is cut back, but this is what they used to use. And see, they've got it nailed. Wow, they got it face, oh, that one's face nailed. But see, most of the other ones, no, I think all of them are. I'm not sure. They should have nailed. See, that was the final piece. See how the staples are in here at the angle, because they have a special nailer and it nails right into the groove, and it's a special tool that comes up at an angle, and you set it in there and then you tap the top of it, or if it's manual, you would do it that way, or they have the air impact type. See how they go in there at an angle?